is gonna bring me in. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Nice.
First.
Welcome to Conversations, Cocktails, and Connections. I'm Emily Reeves, got Amy Hester, and today with us is my dear and oldest friend, Bethard Hearne. Bethard is a creative soul and an artist and a performer and a mom, and like many moms out there, has turned to teaching during quarantine, just to name a very few of her roles. Bethard always makes me laugh and lifts my spirits, and there's so much I want the world to know about you, Bethard, so it's going to be challenging to keep this conversation short, but welcome to Conversations, Cocktails, and Connections, and what's in your glass?
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me, ladies. I remember your time last time y'all were in Dallas. You remember Amy?
Oh yeah.
You did my hair in a parking lot. It was awesome. Okay, so I have just a Chardonnay. I love the Chardonnay because I love it. It's a great price and it's a twist cap. So easy for when you're teaching, you know.
When you're teaching.
What you got, Amy?
I today am having a local Scarlet Letter by Core. It is a low calorie, not that that really matters, but I love this, and I'll tell you my little trick because it does have vodka in it. Okay, what's the flavor? Cucumber, lime, ginger, and hibiscus, but I always top it with a little vodka.
Mm-hmm. Floater, gotta have
a little floater.
That's one of Matthew's favorites too. Okay, so today I'm drinking a beer. I'm actually drinking a Radler. It's the raspberry Radler. It's very delicious. It's very light and refreshing. So cheers, ladies.
Cheers. Nice.
Yes.
This is all of us have kind of had like a very refreshing cocktail today.
Yeah, I feel very refreshed. It was a nice day here. Are y'all having good weather?
Beautiful.
So pretty.
Beautiful weather.
It's supposed to get cooler tonight though.
Actually, we did have a little cold front come through, so that's why it was so nice.
So I have to say you're like the first guest that's had like their own extra extraordinary intro with the music. So that kudos to you because that was amazing.
Thanks. Well, I'll tell you, I felt like I needed to have it because I listened to the first three and I was like, these people are so amazing. I'm not sure what I can bring to the show. So I just started getting my creative juices going, got Danny here. We used my son's guitar, and here we are.
You know, I love to play some air guitar. I love it. It's my favorite thing to do.
Yep. So
okay, let's start with some origin stories.
Yeah.
All right. So Bethard and I have known each other basically since the beginning of time. I mean, I think we're probably 4 or 5 years old when we met. I can't really remember.
I mean, it was at school.
Yeah.
Together. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a long time, but what I really want to know is what Amy's first impressions of Bethard were, because we've had some fun over the years. So Bethard's from Shreveport, Amy and I are in Little Rock, but we've all been
I was just like, oh, this girl's gonna be my friend. I mean, if you make me laugh, then we're like this.
Yeah.
I know. Honestly, if I would have grown up with Bethard, we probably would have gotten in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. I never got caught though.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell too many of my secrets. I'm starting to, when we get together for family dinners, kind of say, oh, well, we use the emergency ladder to crawl out of my bedroom window. My parents are like, are you kidding? And I'm like, I'll kind of over the years kind of tell you what I did.
Yeah.
But I never really got in trouble for it. So.
I was lucky to fall and like break your neck.
Yeah, I haven't done that, but I did fall not too many weeks ago because I had a whole bottle of this nice wine and out in the backyard, grounding at the moment, bathing in the moon, and I ended up falling on my face. And that's not a joke. I have a scar to prove it. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, you healed very nicely.
It's out, right?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, well, Bethard, how is quarantine treating you? Like we said, you're in Dallas. You've got 2 young and energetic boys at home. So managing schoolwork plus anxiety with all the world's turmoil, I'm sure has been a lot. How's it going?
Well, I think it's up and down because I think the world, there's anxiety going on, but I think in general, I have always suffered from anxiety anyway. I mean, you've known that, and that's just part of me, and I've had to manage that over the years. Matt, my ex-husband, and I kind of have this setup where I have the boys every week, and I take care of schooling, and he gets them on the weekend to do all the fun stuff.
Of course.
So it's been challenging, but I will say there's been a lot come out of it because I always try to look at the positive with everything. And the first week or two, when they really said everybody needs to stay at home, it was wonderful because we've always been nature people, outside people, walk people, bike people, and I saw a lot of families. Like I'd see families of 4, families of 5, dad and mom, you could tell, and they were all in their workout gear, riding around. You could tell they were doing activities together. And so that made me really happy. It's hard. I've got 2 dyslexic boys, which I think is wonderful. I mean, I know people go, oh my gosh, that's challenging. It's such a challenge, but I think that they have a superpower. And I tell them that, reading is going to be hard. We're going to get you through that, but we don't take the creativity away, and you're going to create something one day wonderful. They've got that right brain that just is always working. So with the schooling, a lot of times they have to take breaks, and they're outside just doing creative stuff. They rarely, my little one likes to turn on some cartoons every once in a while, but our Xbox, our gaming system has not been started up. It's all about Tanner building his ramps, biking, building things outside. Reeves built some sort of rock garden thing yesterday. And just, I feel like it's a time that they can kind of slow down and be creative. And I just sit out in the rocking chairs, which I can see right now, and do my creative thing. And watch them. And so I feel like there has been some good stuff.
That is awesome. I feel like I've noticed that too with families. Like we don't have kids, but I have noticed like you'll see like the whole family walking where you really don't see that very often. And I feel like people are more, and I mean, the weather's awesome. So you can't, it's awesome just to be outside. But for us, like we are not even, I don't feel like we're watching that much TV. It's kind of depressing. So we just like, instead of turning the TV on, I'll just walk outside and just kind of like be.
So if I seen Tanner riding a unicycle?
Yes. So that was a gift that I just said, the child is very tenacious and he puts his mind to something. And also I wanted to use that as I knew it'd be frustrated at first, so I got it and gave it to him as a Christmas present. Of course, my parents thought I was crazy. My dad's like, Susu's like, hey, he's gonna break a snake. And I'm like, and so, but I knew he would get it. And so I also proved to him, because he has a hard time in school, which I think school is very important. Education is something so important, but I use that as an example because he's fun. He thinks it's fun. And I go, look what you accomplished. Do you see what you accomplished? Because that's
unicycles don't have handlebars. It's strictly a 1 wheel and a seat.
1 wheel and a seat.
How far can he go?
He can go pretty far. I haven't posted a video.
Emily Reeves is going to buy one tomorrow. She's like, okay, I'm going to try this out.
Yeah. And then, so, cause he does skateboard, but he hasn't got an electric one. He can go down the street and he can turn. And I did do, I think, a story on it. So it's gone now, but I should post something about how and I do take him back. And when we get frustrated and stuff, I go, look at the things you've accomplished. But why did you accomplish them? It's hard work, And so,
yeah, that's impressive.
I love it. All right. I think that we have to address Reeves's name.
Yes.
So that people know there is a relation.
There is a relation. Do
you want to tell it?
So let's see. It has to start with buds.
What kind of buds are we talking about here? I'm just
and Tanner will kill me if I go and get buds right now. But buds, because this is what I remember of the whole story, which buds kind of comes into the whole raw buds thing. But buds is Buddy, who Emily, when I was pregnant, was the most excited, and I got first gift from her. And it was this little half blanket, half stuffed animal head. And you can't ever tell your children what to do, because my sister gave a gift and you push it in their face. You're like, here's Snoodle. You gotta love Snoodle. Your Aunt Dee gave it to you. So Tanner chose Buds, and he still has Buds. And Emily, you know, I always call her and I show Buds, and Buds is so loved, and Buds has stuffing coming out of him. It's kind of like, what's his name? Foofer. See, it's kind of like Foofer. So I remember I called Emily and showed her a video of Tanner sniffing on Buds, and Tanner's, you know, 4 years old. No, he's probably 3, because they're about 4.5 years apart. And she texts me, oh, I love that. You know, I'm so glad he still loves Buds. And then about 20 minutes later, she calls me and she tells me that Rob was part of the Chinook helicopter that has been shot down in Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. So, of course, did I get it wrong?
No. That's my brother. Rob was my brother.
Rob. Yeah. And so, of course, you know, I'm freaking out, but half of me goes, because I've seen this when my aunt died too, half of me goes, okay, we're on this, you know? And I remember I packed my bag and I told Matt to keep the children, or did they come? I can't remember. But I got to Shreveport as fast as I didn't have the children. Okay, yeah. I had dinner. So I came in as fast as I could and just said, I'm going to do whatever I can to help. So while I'm there, or I don't know, but I did know. So I get there and everybody's like drinking, partying. I mean, they send this SEAL guy, I can't remember his name, but he was awesome, to party. Everybody's going, Bethard, come on, it's a party. So I was 6 weeks pregnant, but I didn't tell anybody. Well, you're really not supposed to tell. I mean, you can tell, but there's a high rate of miscarriage at that time, and you know, gone through that, you know, but I had to start telling people why I wasn't slamming down brews with them, right? Yeah. Dancing on the table. And so it 6 weeks, and Reeves was what I was going to name my child. That's what it was. And I knew that Rob probably would have had children. I've known Emily forever, and Emily never put a pillow in her shirt and was like, oh, in your belly, I so want a baby. I mean, Emily had stuff, but she didn't want kids. She took in 3rd grade, she didn't want kids. And so she knew. And so I felt that, and I love Jim and Sherry, her mom. I mean, we're family. And this sort of was a child and a grandchild, what I considered, and they're part of the family, and Reeves is part of their family. So
I love it so much.
I will raise my glass to that, because that's an awesome story.
Yeah. And I love telling it, because people ask, and I say, here's the story. And it keeps living on, because that's how people live. Live on is you continue to talk and you continue to tell the story. That's living.
Yeah. I love that. I felt like we just had to explain that.
Yeah, of course.
There was I have to say, I mean, I was there, but not as long as you were in Shreveport. But I mean, there's no way in hell you could hide not drinking at that house at that time. Right. And there's no way. There's no fake soda and lime juice or anything like that.
Well, and I thought if something bad went wrong, everybody was going to know about it anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then we've got Dr. Popwell. And so, you know, and he's an OBGYN, he's a very close best friend. And he's like, you can start telling people you're good. I mean, we just, you know, I felt like I was surrounded by family. I felt like even when y'all came in, y'all are Emily's family, that means you're my family. If she cares about you, I care about you. You know, if she wants me to go and cuss out the next door neighbor, I'll do that. I will blow out a window. Which you did. I will protect Emily. Come on now. I will.
I love it. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh. That's so
But you have to tell, I think we should totally hear about, and maybe you should show us pieces and talk about your sister's jewelry.
In Shreveport, one of the places that you would go before Dillard's came in, or department stores, was Hearne Dry Goods. And that was a name. And my Uncle John and my grandfather George, so their grandfather started it. So he started her in dry goods. And I mean, I'm talking about, we've got old pictures. They were downtown on Travis Street, amazing pictures she posts sometimes. So she brought that name back. And I thought, when there was years that I worked in retail, you know, those years, Emily, and just creative and fashion and whatnot, somehow we wanted to use that name. I'm not in business with Lee. I mean, she'd love it if I was in Nashville and would do it, but this is her creation. And we had like old labels that they would sew into the clothes and all this stuff. But she is very creative, and she started off with necklaces, and she started off making the necklaces with a, this is, I don't know what you would call it, like a lanyard type
webbing. Yeah.
But what it is you use it in sailing. So this is like sort of a nylon kind of rope, and but it's used for in sailing. I'm not really quite sure. I probably should know that. But my dad was a big sailor, and so she kind of put that in there as well. And then on her newer ones, she puts the label Hearne Dry Goods on there. So really, this comes from her, my dad, sort of this nylon strap, and then the new label that she came up with. And it was mostly necklaces, and now she does earrings and cuffs. Like, these are some of my favorite because they're just awesome. They're like feathers. Gold. I knew Amy would like those.
Yeah.
These are the gold ones. Like, I have to have every single one in the.
I love those.
And then, like, here's a cuff that she made. So inside the cuff, she's got her label, and this is a cuff. Now, this fabric is from Lawala. So
love the turquoise one.
Huh? I know. Oh, you need one? And I got a family discount.
Oh.
So she is, she also, when she worked at TPAC, which is Tennessee Performing Arts Center, they had these people from Lawala, which is a town I think it's in Kenya. Mm-hmm. And they sort of made this video, and it said how they wanted the people of that small village community, they wanted the children to get to at least 5 years old. There was no hospital. There was no, prenatal care. There wasn't anything. So they sort of had this documentary that she worked really closely with the people who had put the documentary together, and they showed it at TPAC. So she had a love for these people and worked very closely with them for over a year. So she gives 10%, or I don't know, I don't want Lawala call me. I don't know what she gives back, but she writes a check to Lawala that goes, so anytime you get something, so she's also giving back, which I feel like is the lesson we've learned from both sides of my family, to be a good steward and to be thankful for what you have and to also give back.
So Bethard has this thing with nicknames. Like, she makes up names for everybody in her life. Mm-hmm. And so her sister's name is Lee. I heard you earlier on this podcast refer to her as Aunt D, I think,
right,
which has nothing to do with Lee. And
right.
I've called her Burger over the years.
Right. Wait, you've called Bethard Burger?
No, Lee. Lee is Lee Burger. Oh, it's the truth.
It's the truth. What do you call me?
Chucks. It used to be Nim Chucks.
Mm-hmm.
And they progress. They progress. So
I want a nickname.
we have to do that thing where you said hang out and get in trouble a lot. So right. Yeah. I don't know where because it was Emily, Emmers. Mm-hmm. Emmers used to be one. So and then it was Nims, M's, Nims. I just play off that.
Yeah, and then it just builds, and then something sticks. And it was like Chucks.
I'm Chucks.
So, well, it was because it was Emmers, and it was Nim and M and Nim Chucks, and now it's just Chucks. So if I say,
love that.
Chucks, what's up, Chucks? She goes, okay. She's obviously not, because if I'm serious, I'd be like, Emily, I need you to call me. But if I'm like, Chucks, what up? She goes, okay, everything's good. Like a nickname for me is like an SOS. Is Bethard calling me a nickname? That means she's good,
Oh my God. What nickname do you have for her?
Do I have a nickname for Bethard?
Do you?
I don't. I just call her Bethard or B. But it's usually just Bethard.
Oh, Bethard, you need a nickname too.
I don't know. I do. I have nicknames. Beshray.
Yeah.
In my house, I'm called Bashray. I'm called Lil Bashray because sometimes we call my mom Shrey or Bashray. Everybody has one. My dad, name a person. My dad is, what do I call him? Lods. Lods.
Okay, I have to know.
Lottie.
What do you call Emily's dad, Jim?
Mr.
You have to have a good one.
Mr. Jim.
Oh,
he doesn't play like that. He don't play like that. He loves it. And if I have a name, yeah. No, but he giggles and laughs every time I come around anyway. I don't need a nickname for him.
Emily, has he been listening to these or
No. I'd have to tell him about it because he's not on Instagram. I guess I could put it on Facebook and he'd probably see it, and maybe somebody will tell him about it, but he doesn't really do podcasts. He does do YouTube, and I do put these on YouTube too, so maybe that would be a way for him to see them.
Because his name has been spoken, so he has to.
I know.
He's a special man. He's a special man. That was a special house. It's a special connection.
Yeah.
The kitchen table is where we still sit to this day when we go over there. He loves having people over to the house. He really does.
He does.
Did I tell you, Bethard, that I couldn't get a hold of him one day, and he's been, did I tell you that I had Mindy go over there?
No, I just know about New Orleans.
Because this was after New Orleans. Since the New Orleans thing, I literally check on him every single day, like a text message or phone call. Like I hear from him. And there was this day I could not get a hold of him. And so I called Mindy and I was like, hey, do you think you could go by and check on And she's like, yeah. And she got in the car right away to go over there. And she said Dad came to the door and he was like, what?
What do you want? You're interrupting me.
He didn't like his phone wasn't working and he didn't even realize it, and it had been like all day. It was like 5 o'clock.
Right. Yeah. Here you go, Jim.
It's just
it's easy there. It's always been easy there. But I'm thinking Emily didn't have the best times.
Oh,
that is not true.
Oh my God.
I express my enthusiasm in different ways.
Yes. I love that.
Yes.
And I do get when you say, we're talking about all this COVID stuff, and, Emily's like, I'm fine with this. And I'm sort of on Emily's thing. Like, I want the economy, but I feel like I'm more concerned with the health. And I feel like I've got my own little jam going on here, and the boys are happy. And like, I just got books that I love to read, and I'm starting to read them books because we have time to do that. And I'm sort of going, I don't really want to go out either.
I don't know, Emily, I don't even know if we talked about this in somewhere else, but I have thinking about it's almost like some of the things are hey, it's a reality check of like, why the hell are we spending so much money on this? Where I'm going with it is just like weddings, all these people, and I feel so sorry for brides. I feel terrible. Yeah. The wedding industry is crazy. And it's like, is this something kind of like, okay, a reality check? Like, hey, is this as important to do? Not to say not get married, but like, wait a minute, I'm spending a shit ton of money. Is this a reality check of like, maybe we should kind of slow down and like think about what's important? But if you're thinking of, and I thought about like, at a funeral home, and you're like, you can't have really a funeral, right? You can't really do that. You can't go to a church and have a funeral and have all these people coming in. And it's like, it's sad, it sucks, but it's always been that tradition to like bring your casseroles and to go do your visitation. But there's a huge process in expense of having a visitation and having that. Will this change things? Do we need to spend that extra money to do that? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, as the empath that I am, I think that this is exactly what you're talking about, is our chance to figure out what's important. Mm-hmm. And it's our chance. And I think it also is the world, and I really do, is the world speaking to us. you know, as in
slow down.
what?
Like, no, not you. Like to the world, like everybody slow down.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And sort of what is important. I mean, what is all of this? And you know, I understand. I mean, I was having a conversation. I don't want to get political or anything, but you know, it's you know, I mean, there's consumerism sort of drives us, but where is it driving us? I mean, you were talking about brides and what you need to do, and I go, what do we really need to do to say goodbye to a person? Like, how do we say goodbye to a person? Like, what's right? What's the right way to bereave? Are we really going to get closure through doing, you know, a big potluck and through having people in our house and through having, I don't know. I mean, Emily, did that stress you out that everybody was at your house, that you were getting presents?
I love that. I mean, I love that part. That's the part that I would probably miss the most. But the other part of like, are you doing the extra for other people or are you doing it for you?
Right.
Yeah. Like the $10,000 in flowers or whatever.
Like, is this for you or is this for show for somebody to see?
Exactly.
Right.
But I mean, that's the one thing that I think is important is having your family and your friends to connect with, and you want to hug them, and you want to, like a wedding, you want to hug your family. You're excited, you're happy. Your funeral, you're sad, you want to hug them, embrace them. But right now it's like thinking of all these things, you're like, you can't really do that. So what's important? How do you show people how you care, or what?
That's how you get creative.
Yeah.
And say, how am I going to have this closure? How am I going to have this celebration? How am I going to show this love and get creative? And maybe that is through more social media. Maybe that is through, you know, what y'all have been talking about and whatnot. Maybe that's what we're going to, because that's just until we figure some stuff out. Maybe we're going to, but get creative about it.
Yeah.
You know, there can be closure in so many different ways. If you look at all the cultures who do everything, nobody does it exactly the same. But maybe it's time to exit and go, you know, this is, you know.
But to your point, both of you, is the fact that people are being so creative. It's like we've hit this big reset button, and it's now, okay, we're not just doing what we've always done. We're thinking about what the best thing to do is, and a creative way to do it to accomplish the same goals, and maybe a more efficient manner, a more healthy manner, you know, in whatever way it is. And that I have been very excited to see during this whole thing, is just the creativity seeping to the surface from everyone, you know, restaurant owners, local business owners, salon owners. I mean, Amy's been super creative the past couple of months, and just trying to, you know, maintain business when she's forced to close. And I think that's been super inspiring to me. So it is a big reset button, but I think that we're going to bring back the things that are good and meaningful.
Yeah.
I think there's so much good out there, but then there's so much pomp and sort of circumstance, especially being a girl from the South, where
it's definitely been an interesting couple of months. I've had an expensive couple of months because I keep online shopping.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Can I go into like talking about my little treat that I'm going to do for y'all?
Yes. That was your segue, Amy.
Okay. Does Bethard know about this?
Yes.
Okay. So this is something that people have been doing. I know with kids, like some of the Zoom classroom things, and they're getting creative and having like little scavenger hunt things.
Yes.
Have you heard this? Have y'all done one?
Yeah, they made them do it all, but at least it was nature stuff, because I was like, mommy into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take just a little bitty segment of this and kind of give y'all something that I want you to find in your house. And first, I want you to go and find your favorite your local purchase, like somewhere you bought something that you actually loved that you bought locally. Okay. And go. Okay, Bethard, what did you find? And tell us all about what it is and where you got it.
Okay, well, I can't really lie.
Okay.
I refill my wine glass, And the last thing I feel like is a local product and a small product came from Shreveport.
Okay.
Beauty product.
Okay. What is it?
Oh, okay. Hold on just a second.
The suspense.
So now okay, so it's from and it does say Shreveport, LA, but it's called Oli Olive, LLC. Okay. So you've got the serum and the Super Oli, right? Now the Super Oli, so what they do is they're taking olive oil and they're taking some sort of protein out of the olive oil, because you've heard of some of these Indian women. You're like, how do you do that? And they're like, olive oil. And you're like,
yeah, you heard that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So what they're doing is they're taking out some protein, and of course, they'll probably listen to this and go, you have no idea what you're talking about. But this one is supposed to help treat like dark spots. Like I have melasma.
Okay.
I go in and get some sort of like horrible bleaching cream from my dermatologist every year.
Yeah.
And like, don't put that on your face anymore. So I feel like I use the Super Oli, and it comes in this packaging, which Emily knows. We both love packaging and marketing. I mean, how cute is that? And then it comes in your little bottle in your pump.
Oh.
That's the serum. Now, I've done it all over my face, but I feel like right here it gets really oily. But I have done it for dark spots and just, kind of where I don't get oily. Love it. Done the serum too. I bought both of them, the serum. So I feel like this is a local product that I'm really into, and I just bought more.
Awesome.
Nice.
Okay, Emily, what was yours?
3 hours away.
I'm actually wearing mine. It's a pair of leggings.
Okay. From where?
I got these from IMX Pilates. It's a place that Amy and I both like to frequent. And, she was forced to close as a result of COVID. And so she was doing a lot of online classes and then also selling clothes from the shop. And so I ordered these from her, and I love them. They've got some texture on them, and
I love it.
They do look good. Now, how did you get them? Was it like a pickup type situation?
She delivered them to my front porch.
Nice.
So,
okay. So I've done those before. I've done that.
So like I basically went, on Instagram. I was like, I want those, and I paid her through Venmo, and she dropped them off on my front porch and sent me a message and said they're there, and then I went and got them. And that's how I filled Sophie's Easter basket. I contacted one of our local stores, Bella Boutique, and I was like, here's my budget. Can you make some recommendations? I picked out the stuff from a picture they sent, and they dropped it off on my front porch. And so that's been really great.
I have gotten a piece of clothing delivered like that. So maybe that was a way. Yeah.
Amy,
so mine is my awesome shirt. I got this at Barbara Jean, and they too dropped it off at my door, and I loved it. And I want to throw in too, because I had to wear lots of jewels because of my iris shirt. So, and I have, this one is also Barbara Jean. And then this one is Mary Garrett, and she's a local designer in Little Rock, and she also delivered as well. So that was really fun. And this one, it's doubled, so you can wear it like long or short. So that's been my favorites right now.
Nice.
No.
You mentioned with, I'm so bad with names, but you had mentioned Suzanne, I can't remember, the designer in Nashville.
Yes, I wrote it down, and I still haven't checked her out. Sandra mentioned her.
Yeah,
you did, and I have heard of her too, because the local jeweler here, who I work for, Julie Cohn, who I'm wearing one of her
ring,
and your ring, was amazing, and she had mentioned her before.
Okay,
her to lead and maybe do some of this, but so fun to hear in the podcast, and y'all were like, and I was like, I think I know something.
Okay, the next thing that
most fashion, most, whatever beauty product, I'm just.
You got it. Okay, so your next favorite thing is your favorite purchase that you've gotten online recently. It could be whatever.
Oh no, I can't talk about it.
Is it not good?
Well, it came from adamandeve.com.
Oh shit. Okay. You in trouble.
No, I'm not. I am happy.
That is so staying in. Okay, Emily, what's your favorite?
Okay, so I have it sitting here. I I ordered this online. The name is awful. It's called Brazilian Bum Bum Cream.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Well, the only reason I found it is our friend Amy Turpin. Like, I was in her office one day. I was like, "Oh, you smell so good," and she's like, "Oh, it's this bum bum cream. You should try it." And it's just like
you
super.
Put it on your bum.
It's just body cream.
I got the sunscreen it's called Glow Screen.
Oh, I've seen that advertised.
So it is so beautiful. Of course, I'm very fair, and I don't really get out in the sun, but you do have to wear sunscreen. And this is going to be like perfect for those days that you don't wear makeup. I wish I could show you what this looks like.
Is it an SPF?
It has an SPF of 40, but it has like, you can't really tell. It has a glow. Can you see this gleam?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like it has a shimmer, and you could probably use it as a highlighter too.
Super glow. Okay.
But oh my God, how pretty would that be like on your like
I just do it all. Can you do it all over your face?
Yes, you put it all over your face. And I also bought the Bright Eyed, it's 100% mineral eye cream. It's also super goop, 40 SPF.
Okay.
And it feels amazing too. I did put that on my hand, and that also has a little bit of the glow, but it feels good. And it doesn't feel oily, which is, to me, you don't want to clog your pores. Yeah. Okay. So the third one, I'm gonna have you guys like tell me is your favorite hair product, because I have to know.
Hair. Okay.
Emily, go.
Me go. Okay. Well, right now I've been using the R&Co blowout balm.
Do you? Yeah.
So I've been using that lately, and I really like that. Of course, I got it at Red Beauty Lounge because, Amy refers me to all of my beauty products, but this is what I'm really liking right now.
Yeah, I do love that product.
So that's what I'm liking right now. I have a cache of hair products, and I kind of rotate them, but
yeah,
I used this one today.
Good. Bethard, what'd you do?
Okay, so y'all know me. I just got mine. You'll be so proud of me, Amy. This is my second one, and I probably got it 12, and they loved it because I had virgin hair. But I got a balayage.
Okay.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
So I got a little bit of you can't really tell, but it's got some blonde in there. And so really, I just have my Moroccan oil. I do love my Moroccan oil shampoo. And I got some Acure that you can still get at Target, and it's like a rosemary mint or something, and I like that. I just listen to what y'all do. Like, I'm just gonna go and buy that stuff. Like, I don't adventure out, and I don't really know. Yeah. I wash it probably more than I should. You talked about getting those natural oils going, and I'm going to try that more.
I love that you listen to this.
Listen, girl. I'm so excited about this. You don't understand. I'm excited to be a guest.
Okay, so my product is going to be something so new, and I just did a little video about it because I tried it out today. It's brand new. I just got it in the mail today, and we don't even have it on the shelves, but it's called Sun Catcher by R&Co. And don't you love the name?
That's cute.
I know. It's an R&Co, huh?
Is it a texture thing?
No, it's a Power C boosting leave-in conditioner. So I feel like it could be more like a primer. I think it does give a little texture. You can let your hair air dry. You can blow it out. I did it today. My hair is I did air dry. And let me tell you, quarantine has made me air dry more than I've ever done. And I don't usually ever do that. But y'all, I wish, oh my God, please.
No.
Oh my God.
So wait a minute. Let me ask you this.
Handle, I could live in the scent. It's kind of weird.
Who doesn't, I could ask you all the dumb questions because leave-in conditioner for my thin hair that I get chopped off. I love it long, but I get it chopped off so it'll at least bounce back, because the weight.
Yeah.
Leave-in conditioner scares me.
Mm-hmm.
That term scares me. It says, I'm going to weight you down and make you look like this,
So you just have to be careful because of the choice of your product. I mean, like if you have something too heavy, and what you need to do with fine hair, or what we call skinny hair, you would maybe just do mid shaft to ends.
Okay.
Because where you're gonna have the trouble of getting
there.
Weight, don't put it there. Just put mid-shaft to ends.
Yeah.
And this is just gonna be this great boost of vitamin C. And okay, I'm glad y'all played my little game. All right, guys. Okay, so tell everybody your Instagram handle.
Do you want people to follow you first of all?
Yeah, I do want people to follow you.
They can if they want to. I'm very boring. I've got 2 kids, and a lot of crazy. I'm Bethard Hearne at Instagram.com, because there's really kind of only one Bethard you want to know, and that's me.
That's right.
Cheers to that, sisters.
Cheers.
Thank y'all. Love you, ladies.
Love you guys. Mean it.
Have fun.
Bye.
Bye.